get pretty close.
Henry, talk.
Hello, hello.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Thank you, Jackson, for alerting us to the sound. I told Corvo to sign language speak, say that we were here, but he said no. All that you
I don't
guys
know
missed,
sign
those who were
language.
tuning in just now, welcome back to the podcast. This is the Men Who Throw Frogs, episode 5. I will turn my webcam in a bit. I'm eating some yummy lunch, and then I will be joining these clowns and showing
What
my
are
face.
you eating?
Some McDonald's,
Oh, I didn't know what the hell you said at first.
some yummy lunch,
The yummy lunches.
some yummy lunch.
Yummy.
And then we were just talking about what we did this week. What'd you do, Henry?
I I'm started. Well, I just enrolled for these courses. For it's offered by the National Taiwan University. So I'm gonna start taking some Chinese courses with them. So that's gonna be fingers crossed. Hopefully it's gonna be good.
You're learning too many languages, Henry. I can't keep up.
We all need to be learning Korean because
Korean
sure,
women
China's a big
attract
force and everything, and Chinese is a useful language, but let's be honest, Kim Jong Un is going to take over everything one of these days with his nukes.
his nukes.
Yeah, his nukes. Kim Jong Un, he's already like the emperor, godson emperor, whatever. So we just need to be ready for when Kim Jong Un decides to take over the world. It's going to
I think
happen.
the only language I want to learn be like Russian.
Yeah.
I'm just too lazy to learn it.
You know, I'd want to learn Russian mainly for the literature.
I want
But
to learn Russian mainly for the women.
yeah, then there's that
Priorities.
component.
Russian women are just so attractive.
I do want to learn more
They're so
Spanish
beautiful.
because Spanish is useful here in the States. And I do.
Yeah.
I'm kind of interested in learning Chinese. I think that'd be cool, and I want to learn Korean too. I think that'd be cool.
Actually, the only other language besides Russian I would want to learn is Japanese.
Japanese is cool too.
So I can just watch my anime, no subtitles, and know what's going on.
Oh, see, for me, it's so I can buy parts online without having to use Google Translate.
Mm.
Parts for my
I think
car.
it was 2030 or 2040. It's projected that the U.S. is going to have more Spanish speakers than English speakers.
I think we're actually getting closer to that than 2030.
I dread that moment because I'm not learning Spanish. Took it
Well,
in high
most of them are
school.
gonna be
Don't
West
remember a lick
Coast.
of it.
Most of them are West Coast and Southwest, so
I'll move countries before I let that happen.
Spanish is a useful thing to learn. And the U.S. has no official language.
I mean, we kind of have English, but
There is no canon, lore correct language.
sure.
Did you also know that Southerners, the accent that they have down there is more correct to time period English accent than the current English accent? Supposedly,
it.
the settlers moved out here and they kept their accent. You know, they moved down in the south. And British people were like, oh, we don't want to be associated with them, so we have to change up our accent. So they changed their accent. And so what they have now isn't actually old English accent. It's more southern. So Shakespeare probably all, hey there, Romeo. Hey, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? And
Romeo.
Romeo's all, let down thy hair.
That's Rapunzel.
That's Romeo.
Either way, she's my sister.
Either way, she's my sister. If I don't
we
meet her,
know what we are, but we know not what we may be.
I am become death.
if I don't meet my
Destroyer of
girlfriend at a
worlds.
family reunion, I'm not interested.
The fool doth know he is wise, but the wise man knows himself to be a fool.
Cheers.
Romeo,
looking at-
Romeo.
Romeo.
Are you looking up
Romeo.
Shakespeare quotes?
To be or to not to be, that is the question. That's the last.
It's the best of times. It's definitely the worst of times.
What's done can't be undone. Though she be little, she is fierce. 'tis not enough to be the feeble up, but to support them after. See,
But
philosophy
where
coming from a deep
Ides
South redneck
March?
voice doesn't work. To be or not to be, that and
That is the
that
question.
and there's the question. I
Well,
would
this
love to
PD
see a
Do
redneck
Hamlet's
production.
monologue.
Oh, I would love to see a redneck production of Hamlet.
I mean, there's always the best one. The whitest kids you know is Hamlet.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against the sea of troubles, and by posing in them, to die to sleep no more, and by sleep to say we end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks, their flesh is heir to, 'tis a consummation, devoutly to be wished.
I'm just trying to imagine like William Blake. I
See,
mean,
I'm
no,
slipping into,
I
like,
know it's different, but I'm starting to think of like William Blake, like the Tiger one. Tiger, burning bright, in the forest of the night.
See, and I keep slipping into
All
my
right, Boyd
pastor,
Crowder.
like my southern pastor. To die to sleep pertains to dream. There's a
What a
ring.
mortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful
And I say,
symmetry.
put your hands in the air, for the Lord be among us today.
I feel like this entire bit has just been a tribute to Boyd Crowder.
Praise be.
Praise be.
Nate, you haven't watched Justified yet, have you?
Nope.
You need to. It's so good.
I heard it's a good
Henry,
one.
you gotta finish it.
Yeah, I need to go back and just rewatch all of it. Yeah.
After watching
Jackson's
like,
vote in the
Boy.
chat. Be the American the Japanese think you are.
yeah, you put that in a little while.
George
After
Washington.
watching Breaking Bad, I still think Justified is a better show.
I love all those like fake George Washington and like fake Abraham Lincoln quotes.
Yeah.
It's like beware that what they say on the internet.
I don't know
Don't
what
believe
it's saying.
everything you read on the internet
Oh, my
just
favorite one.
because there's a picture with no quote next to, or with a quote next to it. Abraham Lincoln.
I saw when it was Abraham Lincoln. It said, "Man, I ain't say that shit," and it was a direct quote from him.
Well, if it's on the internet must be true.
They can't post it if it ain't.
They got a fact checker on there.
That's what they're doing on Twitter now. Have you seen that they're fact checking all of the White House's tweets?
Did
It's
Elon
so
fully
funny.
take over yet?
Yeah.
Did?
He did. The blue check mark now, instead of it being verified by, a huge background check and to see if you actually are an influencer, it's $8 a month.
Really?
So anybody can get the blue check mark as long as you pay $8 a month. It used to be like exclusive to celebrities.
Good job, Elon. Took,
Now he
it
just
took a
needs
page
to
out of EA's book.
He
Well,
just
and
needs
for me, that's okay.
Facebook and Instagram now.
Yeah.
I mean, I never used Twitter in the first place. I'm just excited for Trump's tweets to appear back up there again so we can have some more entertainment.
All those people they canceled. Think Andrew Tate will re-get his Twitter?
That's a good
Probably.
question.
I mean, they canceled, well, quote unquote canceled, is more of they just took down his account, but it was Jordan Peterson. They took down his account for a while.
Did Jordan Peterson ever get his back? I thought he got his.
I think he got it back, but
Jordan Peterson's a hell of a guy. I love seeing his stuff.
my man.
Before we get too far away with the bit, I want to go back and 7 years ago. You can do that deep Orleans accent. 7 years ago. Sam.
Four
Our
score,
forefathers.
brought
Well,
forth from this
They ain't said we
continent
need slaves,
a
but you know
new
what I'm saying
nation
today? My name is
conceived
Abe.
in liberty.
I'm Abe Lincoln. I'm saying no more slaves. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. Then John Wilkes Booth shot him in the head.
Yep.
Not the Gettysburg
Actually, he didn't
Address?
shoot him in the head. He beat his ass
Yeah.
with a
Four
hammer.
score.
And that's right. He got hammered in the ass. Yeah, that was the Gettysburg Address.
Fucking hell. Will this finally be the episode we talk about the Dunning-Kruger effect?
We can.
We're there.
I feel like
Let's
it's
do
gotta
it.
happen eventually, right? Henry, you want to start it off?
Hold on.
Let me see. Pull up the full Dunning-Kruger effect. Oh, it's about to get really bright on my screen. Oh.
Sorry, someone's at my door. Just give me a second.
I was gonna ask if you thought he got swallowed by quicksand or something.
Think you could get out of quicksand, Nate?
Hell no.
No. Just give up. Well, this is me.
Well, if you
Dude,
get out
you
of it
can
quick
easily
enough,
get out of quicksand.
like if it's at your ankle, yeah, you just like slowly
No, you
grab
could.
something and pull
It's
yourself out.
so like. I don't. It's a misconception. It's actually like, not that dangerous. Like.
It's not that dangerous because it
Okay.
doesn't just pop up in the middle of the road while you're driving your car. Imagine it's just like the sinkholes, but it's just quicksand.
Ground just morphs.
Just
He's like, "Ah, fuck!
oh shit, we're going down. Ban the car, ban the car.
Anyway, so with the Dunning-Kruger effect, it would probably be best if we just put a graph up. But
Share
it's
your
basically.
screen with the graph, Henry.
Let me
or
look at
Corvo.
the graph.
One of y'all folks.
Since Henry doesn't have a cam, he'll be our.
There you go.
screen
He can be our
person.
presenter.
The screen guy.
Yeah. He can handle all our Google searches. We'll get organized with this shit eventually, right?
Nope.
I'm just gonna
Oh,
shit
pulling
for
it up.
free.
We got to keep production costs to the minimum.
Yep, we're not gonna pay you for this, Henry. Just so you know. Will not happen.
Damn it. Gosh darn. Alright, share screen. Go live. Is that showing?
Cheers.
Alright. So, essentially, it's just this effect that it occurs when someone's lack of knowledge or lack of skill, basically their competence in a certain area, causes them to their lack of competence allows them to overestimate themselves. So they're more confident than anything. And so it's like people initially they'll start off knowing really nothing about anything. They learn a little bit about something. So it's like the people who read one article on any given subject and then they think they're an expert. And they go out preaching on a specific thing. They think they're the best, but then it's like if they were to go out and read a book, they'd come to realize, oh, maybe I don't know as much. And then slowly that confidence starts to chip away as they become more competent. Eventually, that shifts over to a point where, on this little graph, I guess, is the slope of enlightenment, where you're actually competent in the area. You actually build genuine confidence rather than just, a blind sense of confidence. Yeah. So,
That's the main downfall of like our or like the newest generation. It's just like the belief in anything they see, hear, or read.
Well, I would say there's also new technology comes around, new concepts, new techniques, and you get the clowns on Capitol Hill saying, "Oh yeah, we know all about this," and it's brand new, so don't know anything about it, but they claim to be experts already.
Yeah.
So they're writing laws, making bills, restricting things because they're on the peak of Mount Stupid, and then the rest of us have to suffer. And I think the idea of this is supposed to come bring to attention that you don't really know until you know you don't know.
Yep. There's like a saying,
ignorant
it's like the
yourself.
more you learn, the less, or it's like the more you learn, the more that you know you don't know anything, or something along
Yeah,
those
something
lines.
like that.
It's like
The more you realize how
how
ignorant you
little you
actually
know.
are.
Well, and they talk about it too, how for you to truly master something, it takes about 10,000 hours of doing that thing.
It's a lot of hours.
It's a lot of
But,
hours.
I mean, it's like I feel like a lot of that comes in effect with different time frames that you have.
True.
'Cause not everybody has the same time that they can spend on one thing.
Well, it also depends on what you're doing. If you're doing something like, lifting weights, you can learn the technique pretty quick, but you're not going to be able to master it for a long, long time.
Well, it's like a huge thing with like boxing. Is just like
Mm-hmm.
nowadays you can't just like you're 18 now. Oh, I want to get into boxing, and then just go be like the world champ. It's like you're going up against people who've been training since they were like 5 or 6 years old, if not even sometimes earlier than that.
I
It's like,
won a few fights at school. Yeah, I could
yeah,
just be,
I
I,
could just
I could be a
go.
professional.
Yeah, I love those videos. It's like Street Fighter goes into gym and challenges the teacher or the coach. It's just like, well, I'm gonna watch somebody get their ass beat real quick, and then sure enough, you load it up, and it's this guy just talking mad shit, and he just doesn't land a hit at all.
Well, I would also say a lot of that
Well,
is brute strength compared to skill.
yeah.
Somebody who's knows what they're doing but isn't as strong is more than likely going to win.
Well, that's the argument behind like Vasily Lomachenko. Is like he went up against all these fighters, and they're like, "Oh, he's got great striking power." It's like, yeah, it's all
But
fine and
that's
dandy.
if he can
But
land
you
a hit.
can't fucking hit the guy. Like Vasily Lomachenko was arguably, in my opinion, the most evasive fighter in boxing ever.
Like he would come into your house, he's invasive.
No, evasive,
Evasive.
not invasive. Evasive.
I know, I was teasing.
Nate's about to get eaten by a fucking frog. It's a big boy.
Majestic frog.
Tickle, 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 tickle.
He almost has some like leaf-like texture on him.
So it helps blend in.
So it's like with this, I guess, effect, it's like this is in part, I think, explains why it's like why idiots think they're smart. It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, there is, there could be a component of actual IQ of, them not actually being intelligent, but this can also, compound the whole situation of them thinking, oh, I'm a lot smarter than I actually am. But
I think it's not even that I think I'm smarter than I actually am. I think it's that they think everyone else is dumber than me.
Yeah. I'd like to see a graph where they like estimate where like the majority of the population is on that graph.
It's a bell curve.
Yeah, no. But like to see where they think.
Henry, just Google bell curve. I bet you most people who are on the left end of the bell curve think that they're on the right end. Most people who are on the right end know they're on the right end.
Actually, I feel like
And-
most people that would be towards like the plateau would probably think more they're on the
It's not
slope
even-
than anything else.
I think most people who are in the middle of the bell curve know they're in the bell curve. Probably half. Half know they're in the bell curve, and then the other half think
That's
they're
a
on
low res.
the top half or the right side.
Yeah. And I feel like it's just gonna get worse with time. Just with how like
There we go.
politics are getting more and more involved in like the school system.
Common Core.
Yeah.
Most
Alright.
of the money. So when the president talks about, I'm going to increase the federal education budget by $10 million. I was talking to a teacher a long time ago, and she was telling me how we were on a date, and we were just talking about funding for school, and she was telling me how about 2% of any given school's income is from the federal level. 2%. And the rest of it all comes from county or district, low level. That's how come you see nice schools near nice neighborhoods and bad schools near bad neighborhoods. It's all based on the taxes that are paid there. So when they talk about increasing the funding by $10 million, most of that money is never going to make it to schools. Most of the money goes to the education board, who decides what Common Core should be, who decides policies for schools, things like that. So there's like, a handful of people on this board who get a $10 million raise every presidential election.
Jeez.
And it's just because it's a very easy sell. All you have to say is, we're going to increase school funding. People love it. They don't. It's very easy to
They
spin.
don't actually know where it's going.
Yeah, they don't know where the money's going. It's going to go to putting shrimps
like-
on
I
treadmills.
feel like a lot of that stuff is like an iceberg. They're like, here's what we're saying it is, and then here's what it actually is going to.
So that's also called porking a bill, because you pork it.
Yeah.
And part of the COVID relief bill, the one that did the whole stimulus checks, was really good. Helped a lot of people. Helped the economy stay, not
Somewhat
dead.
afloat.
Yeah. The liberals said, all right, we'll sign this as long as you put some stuff in the bill for us. And what they did was they got money for the Washington, D.C. Museum.
Porking a bill.
There you go. There's pork in the electricity bill.
I'm okay
And
with
so part of the COVID stimulus was to give money to the specific Washington, D.C. Museum. And the left side basically said, we won't agree until you do this. And it was a bill that at that point they were like, we have to get this done. And if we vote no because of that, then we look like the bad guys. And the left won't vote no, won't vote yes unless we put it in there. And the right the right and the more moderates kind of held their tongues and did it because it's what the nation needed.
Yep.
But it's ridiculous that they're, oh yeah, we need something for us if we're going to help the people. It's ridiculous.
It's because a lot of them they're mostly just backed by like big industry shit.
Oh, absolutely. They own property, they own businesses, they own real
They're
estate.
too used to getting paid.
They
for
sell state
the
secrets.
most, like
Looking at
minimal
you,
shit.
Hillary, and
Somehow
They're
gonna
doesn't
save
get
me
the
for some
benefit of
reason.
it.
Joe's son.
Literally handing out state secrets, but people are getting arrested for like misdemeanor shit. Of course, not anymore in certain states for some stupid fucking reason.
Caught Hillary with
Well, just let
a
'em go.
server in her bathroom.
You gotta clean your hard drives with like a rag. Yes, you dumb cunt.
It's
I
not
know.
who you know, it's who
The
you're willing to
people-
pay.
I feel like if you're somebody that believes, the promises of any politician, you're probably the same type of person that thinks a stripper likes you. It's like,
They do like me,
They're
Henry.
very.
They do
gullible.
like me, Henry.
I know they like me. They wouldn't call me back if it wasn't true.
sure.
They wouldn't take my money if they didn't love me.
That's right. Speaking of women taking our money, when's Haley going to start the OnlyFans? It's on the podcast now. It's canon.
Yep, it's gotta happen,
It's
Haley.
lore.
It's now been put
Damn,
out
look at
there.
my phone. You get it at the right angle, and you can. Oh, there it is.
It's a frog
It's
reflection.
a frog. It lets you gaze into the soul of the frog.
Can we hold on? Let me.
Actually, what we should do is force Haley into getting OnlyFans, and then just have her only cosplay as frogs.
Haley, get on it.
There it is.
There it is.
We brought it to you now.
I'm not gonna lie. I think most of the guys in this group would probably sub. Maybe not
would-
most.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I don't know about most. I know Jackson wouldn't sub.
No, he
Ben
wouldn't.
can't. Trace probably wouldn't.
Ben could. He wouldn't, but he could.
I don't even know what she looks like. Not gonna lie.
Were you there, Corvo, when she told us about that her little profile is her?
Yeah.
Henry, were you there for that?
I
Or
I was like,
Discord
"What is your
picture.
picture?" Because it looks like the gnome from the "You've been gnomed" meme.
Oh
So
yeah.
she's like, "Oh
Yeah,
no,
or
that's me," and I
Patrick
was all,
Star. Somebody else pointed out that it looked like Patrick Star, and I was so happy that I wasn't the only one that saw it when I first saw her Discord picture.
"Oh, to me it looks like a gnome."
ET's her. Apparently, didn't she say it was somebody drew it graphically or something.
I think somebody took the picture and then
Drew it.
did
or
some digital stuff.
graphic design for it. Who knows?
I don't know.
On that subject, Haley, we're very disappointed in you for not showing up if you watch this.
Oh, you're gonna say you invited her to participate. I was gonna say, well,
I
then we
did.
would be the men who throw frogs and Haley. But then it would sound like we throw frogs and Haley, not that we're the men who throw frogs.
I am fine with us throwing Haley at frogs.
You've been
Or
gnawed.
Haley can be the frog, and we'll just throw her at other people.
How about you pull up the stick bug GIF meme? You've been stick bugged.
Get stick bugged, bitch.
Get stick bugged.
Ian, how'd you get a picture of his uncle?
It was the pig with the power grid on it. When
Was
he put
that
in
one
there. Yeah.
I had it tabbed out to the Dunning-Kruger effect stuff still.
There you go. Just I love how he does that, dude. Like, why? Why is the stick bug doing that? Who the hell
It's stick
knows?
bug, bitch.
Like,
I
he's
love how
just
that was
dancing.
a big thing too. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why he did it, but the stick bug's just dancing, dude.
Still such a great song. Just, by the way, Rick Astley's.
Oh yeah, he'll occasionally cover it too.
Really?
Oh yeah, so he went on tour, or Fall Out Boy went on tour, and he showed up.
Hell
And,
yeah!
they played the song, and he sang it with the lead singer of Fall Out Boy.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, it was so crazy. And like looking at pictures of him nowadays, you can see the resemblance, but he looks really good.
How old is he now?
That's a good question. He's not as young
probably
as he used to be.
50s. He's in his 50s, I think.
He still looks
Right.
really great.
56. Currently.
Have we seen the Never Gonna Give You Up, but the lyrics are in alphabetical order?
Oh, but yeah.
It's such
It's
a
just
curse.
A.
No.
You've been gone.
No. I hope they do a second season for Goblin Slayer.
I want a dog.
What kind of dog?
Either a healer or a bull terrier.
Why not a husky? I feel like you
I
having
like
a
huskies,
husky
too.
would brighten your life like so
I love
much.
huskies, but bull terriers are so flippin' cute.
Wait, when Jackson asked about the uncles, you talking about the gnome?
No, he's talking about the
No,
pig
the
with the power grid on
pig.
him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, okay, yeah. I've seen that too.
Beautiful.
Women using
10 out of
towels.
10.
This towel is for my hair, and this one's for my face. Men using towels. There is a high chance I am wiping my balls on my face right now.
What?
That's why you always start with the towel from the top and you work your way down.
Oh yeah. I also just use one of the
Or you
hand
just use-
towels for my
Yeah,
hair.
multiple
and face.
towels.
I mean, I have a towel that I used to wrap my hair up in.
Like a woman.
Yeah. It works really well.
I just
I'd
had
say-
to point it out like that because it felt
It
necessary.
works really well. I don't care.
Oh yeah, no, 100% it does. That's why
I shave
keep
my
wearing it.
armpits. I don't care.
Do you really?
Yeah, you know why? Stinks less.
I don't like armpit
I
hair.
just
I
use
shave
deodorant.
mine.
I use deodorant too. But when you shave your armpits, you need less deodorant and it stinks less.
Yeah, because
Daniel shaves his legs.
Really? Daniel. Disappointed. I can't believe Daniel shaves his legs. No wonder why his relationships don't work.
Yeah, but have you ever shaved your legs and then slept in silk sheets?
No,
Yeah, tear
I've
them
never
apart.
shaved my legs.
It's a good feeling.
Yeah, until they start to, get a little bit of bristle down there.
Yeah, that's why you have to keep them
ripping your
shaved.
sheets.
That's why they do laser.
What episode are we gonna all get a bikini wax?
None. I was about to say 69, and then I realized we could actually hit that number.
Yeah, we're already at 5.
Yeah,
We'll only be there in like.
we've been doing this for over a month
year.
now.
Yeah, give us a year. We could do it. Let's do it. Episode 69.
I'm not doing it. I'm not agreeing to that.
If one of our episodes falls on Steve Harvey's birthday, we have to all shave our heads and get a Steve Harvey mustache.
You know I don't want to shave my head.
Neither do I.
I'm
I
already
love
there,
my hair.
boys.
But I love Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey's the fucking man.
Well, yeah,
I'm
Steve
actually
Harvey,
growing out my
absolutely, but
mustache right now, and I have a shaved head, so
Send pics
I
to
don't
me.
have a mustache that looks as good as Steve Harvey's.
Neither do I. I can't get mine that thick, but I will try.
I don't want to shave my head. You know how long I've been working on my hair? It's been over a year now, and it's all long and lush, and
Yeah, you're preaching to the choir here,
look how
Nate.
beautiful that is.
How much longer mine is.
It's not about length, Corvo.
It is about length. Size matters.
Girth.
I don't
About
care what
girth,
anybody
too.
tells you.
Girth.
just straight girth.
Soda
Length
can.
doesn't even matter.
Like, I
the
easily
big
have some
boy
of those-
tuna cans.
That's
What was
right.
it? Ron White's bit, the fucking. It's got a tuna can. Or no, it's cheese wheel.
A cheese wheel.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I might not touch bottom, but I will spread or I will stretch the edge.
Oh my gosh.
Ron White's got some good comedy.
Oh yeah, Ron White's hilarious.
He's
I love
arguably
all
one
of the
of the biggest.
rednecks that do comedy. They're so funny.
The blue collar.
The Blue Collar
Tour.
Comedy Show tour, whatever they are. Yeah.
Jeff Foxworthy, Bill Engvall, Larry the Cable Guy, and Ron White. Is there somebody else in that group? No, it's just
No, those are the
it's just the
primary four.
Did you see the Bill Engvall thing where he finally tried like marijuana? He did some edibles,
Mm-mm.
and I think his wife ate a bunch of them, not knowing what they were, just like freaking out. Oh, it's hilarious! I'll have to send it to you if I can find it. It's been a while since I've seen the Blue Collar comedy tour. Stand up. Uh-oh. I don't know why mine YouTube immediately opens up Achievement Hunter's Let's Play channel.
Let's play Minecraft today. On today's episode, we're gonna teach you how to mine dirt and get to the Nether.
Two very different things.
Not in that order.
We're
In
in the
no-
Nether. Time to
no-
mine dirt.
Particular order.
Here it is. Apparently Minecraft is adding, I think, camels, right? What I heard.
Yeah, I don't even know anymore.
I quit following them. It's just, I don't know. I feel like Minecraft is kind of falling out. It will always be like a little bit of a gem, but I can never play it as much as like back
It's
in the old
reverse
days.
the thing, yeah.
There's too many just newer concepts to survival games out now.
Still waiting for Valheim to make a comeback.
Told you, I'd
Never gonna
given up.
happen, but
So supposedly, there was a leak for an Elden Ring DLC.
GTA 6 is coming soon,
Yeah, who cares about that?
ish. I actually might look into it just
Nope,
because
nobody cares.
the RP server is
Nobody
supposed to
cares.
be really good. Nate, I'm gonna throw frogs at you.
Nobody cares.
Good thing I have this magical power called Move to Bumfuck Egypt.
Ha! And then nobody can hear anything else from the podcast but me.
Yep.
And I'll sit here
You'll
talking to
just have
myself.
to carry it alone. Fuck's sake. What other games do we have coming?
Wow, so basically the leak for the DLC for Elden Ring. There's a new Legacy Dungeon related map, new Coliseum file suggesting Gauntlet type edition, map changes made of at most Divine Towers. Boss flags are declared. They left out room for 30 flags for DLC purposes, but that does not mean 30 bosses will be added. They just made room for those. So the
this is
DLC will
the
probably
frog
have 10 to
that we wanna
15.
throw at you.
And then 16 NPC entries and someone not yet seen.
Making that face. That is what face they'll be making as they fly at you.
Can you imagine having this frog just constantly on your shoulder
That'd
at
be
all
sick,
times?
dude. Just screaming at everybody whenever you walk by. Just.
No, I want to get a ferret that's just like super trained, and just have it sitting on my shoulder at all hours of the day. Just go to the store, just mad chilling,
Just chilling.
staring at people.
Got sunglasses on.
Please, get him little tiny sunglasses.
3D print him some sunglasses.
The fucking gangster shades. Fuck
That have
shades,
the
thug life
danger
ones.
esque too.
Yeah. Okay. Ferrets are arguably one of the funnier animals.
That's true.
They're fucking adorable
They're
too.
goofy.
They're hella goofy.
I saw this funny video that this ferret's
Like
just
living
running down the
slinkies.
hallway, you know, just being himself, and then he sees he's being watched and just flop and just like melts onto the ground.
Yeah. They're so great. I love that they're little kleptos. Just like
Oh yeah,
steal
steal
shit
things
and
and just
hide
hide them in their stashes.
it.
Imagine
Mhm.
having this guy.
Henry, my heart can only take so much.
Hold on, I found a better one.
Impossible. It's been done.
Skateboarding down the street with sunglasses on.
Good old ferrets. Henry, did you say if you could have any like wild animal as a pet, you would choose a red panda?
Yeah, red panda or a raccoon.
Raccoon's the other one, that's right.
Yeah, they're just mischievous little guys.
That they are.
My little brother's talking about getting a bird come January.
Kind of bird.
One that's got wings.
Very descriptive. I know exactly which bird you're talking about now.
I think he said so. Cockatiel.
Those could be pretty funny.
Birds are really funny. Ones that
There are
have
some
like little
interesting stuff.
personalities, not just like lovebirds. Lovebirds just kind of hang out and do their thing, but like
Mhm.
birds that are like intelligent and will actually, you know, show their personality, and they like they love specific music, and they like
I'd
songs.
go after a corvid, bro. Corvids are. I feel like corvids would make perfect pets.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Jackson's in there.
I was learning about the azure parakeet, or sorry, parrot. What are they called? Azure macaw.
I don't know.
Yeah, so it's an azure macaw. They are super rare. There's like 5,000 of them left in the world. They are the largest species of parrot, and they're just absolutely beautiful. Blue birds with a little bit of yellow on them, and they're supposedly known for throwing tantrums.
Look how majestic that corvid is.
They're
Just
beautiful.
like those birds.
I love,
I watched.
even though they're trash birds, I love magpies.
Yeah.
Magpies
They're
are smart as
interesting.
hell too. They're
Aren't they?
corvids as
What
well.
Aren't they
what
corvids? Yeah.
what birds are the talking birds? Which
So corvids are known to talk, and then
like
Parrots.
cockatoos and like
cockatoos, parakeets.
parrots? Yeah, parrots.
Basically, if it's a parrot, and then other birds like the cockatiels learn to whistle. They'll learn songs. They'll learn if they hang out near construction sites. They learn power tools. It's hilarious because you'll just be sitting there and a bird's sitting in the tree near you, and he just starts going. And you're like, what the hell? And it's an air gun going off, and he's
Yeah.
doing a ratcheting sound or something.
Dude, I would just have one hang out at a firing range.
Just learn gunshots.
Yeah. Somebody breaks into your house and just hear a war zone. It's like, what the fuck? What's going on? It's just your bird freaking out in a cage. Yeah, I saw when I was in the middle of my move, I was bored one night considerably drunk. I was just laying down going through YouTube, and I found like I can't remember how long it was. I think it was like 4 hours long or some shit. And this guy just during COVID started training a seagull and started befriending it.
Oh, yep, I've seen this guy.
Yeah, it was just like feeding it all the time and stuff. Seagulls are hella gangster.
They're hella dumb.
Dude, they are, but they're so great. They'll do damn near anything just to try to get some food.
That's true. They'll steal whatever they can.
When I went back to Thailand, I met a guy that had, I don't remember what the breed of bird it was, but it was a bird that could talk, and it just listened to the television all day. And so the thing that was funny is bilingual, and so it'd watch English television all day, but then the family would speak Thai, and so it was just like the dad, he was kind of a drunk and would just kind of have his own rants and like yell and stuff, but the bird would mimic it, and so it'd be like start talking about the bird. When I met it, it was just talking about the news, like a news broadcast or something, like just normal news broadcast, and then it starts going off in Thai, like just like, so it's like, what's going on? Starts swearing and just like going off. It's just like, where did I learn this? It's like,
That's a bit of an evil person.
There's a cockatiel who on YouTube who loves going rants, and he'll just start yelling about just, well, I went to the park and they didn't have any change, and then you know what? I went and got some food, and he'll just go off for like 10 minutes. And apparently he likes to rant about Florida and Ohio. And he'll just start yelling about these things, and you don't know what the hell he's saying.
The bird knows.
And he's just mad. Or like they'll learn like music. They play metal for some birds, and they're just like,
Oh, yeah, just
and the
happening
birds
and
don't
shit.
like it. That bird that rants, he likes country music, so they'll play just like instrumental country music, and he'll just start talking, just make up his own lyrics and just start singing along.
Hell yeah.
Doesn't line up with the beat, doesn't line up with the rhythm, nothing. Just he's ranting in the middle of the country song because he's a singer.
As fun as those birds would be, I feel like they would just get annoying after a while for me. I could never.
Well,
just
like the blue
genuinely
macaws
have
live
one.
for 50 years.
Jeez.
50 to
Wow.
80. So it's not a pet for you, it's a pet for your kids. It's a pet for your grandkids.
It's a pet for a person you hate.
yeah. If you could have, okay, what do you guys think? If there could be any animal that could talk, what animal would you
Dog.
think should be able to talk? And then what's one animal that you think shouldn't ever be able to talk?
Dogs should be able to talk. Because that'd be sick. Because dogs would just be always happy, always thrilled, always asking for pizza.
I feel like I would want raccoons to talk. I feel like they'd just be gang members.
Oh, they would be gang members, and they would just
Sup,
be
dog?
constantly talking mad shit about what's in your garbage.
Exactly.
Just be like, hey man, that rotisserie chicken you had last night,
This shit was good.
you need to eat more of that. Less than
Man,
ring
that gumbo
dings.
last night? Damn.
Just like commenting on your
smell like
diet, and you're like,
gumbo.
fuck, these guys need to go away.
There's like hanging out in a tree. You're like trying to lose weight, running through the woods, and then they're just like, "Hey, fatso,
Hey, fat
fuck
ass,
you!
keep running.
Yeah,
Don't
you better
fall.
keep walking.
They try to have an earthquake out
And
here."
pigeons or rats should never be able to talk
That's true.
Rat. I'm
because
in your walls.
they see
I'm
too
in your
much.
walls.
They see too much, and pigeons are dumb as dicks, dude. They just
Imagine
walk around going,
flies could
"Hey, you
talk.
got any food? Hey, you got any food?
Fine.
Hey, you got any food?"
Flies just be the biggest snitches of all time.
Oh my gosh, flies, dude! Could you? You're trying to
I mean,
sleep and you just
they're-
hear, "Hey, buddy, hey, buddy," because they got an
Or, like,
attention span
a
of what, like
mosquito.
8 seconds. So they're just, "Hey, buddy, hey, buddy, hey, buddy, hey, buddy,"
And
you
I
just
mean,
want to
they're
kill
gonna
yourself.
die in a day or two, so what have they got to lose if they snitch? Like,
Right?
Jackson
Can't
said it
give
would be cool
snitches
with
to
whales
surprise
or
them.
elephants or badgers.
Badgers, I feel like would just be hella aggro to
Oh yeah, they'd be
everybody.
trying to fight all the time. You'd walk by them and they'd start trying to throw hands.
I feel like elephants would talk the same way that Tree Ant Protector would, just like super slow and deep.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa. You were killed by
I
an elephant.
really
An
freak.
elephant
killed
killed you.
An elephant. Actually, elephants are hella dangerous.
They're
You
pretty
don't want to piss an
smart.
elephant off. No, they're smart, but you don't want to piss them off. Or bears,
Yeah,
dude. Bears
hippos.
being able to talk.
Bears would be hilarious. I
You're
feel.
sitting in camp and you just hear, I wonder if they've got a picnic basket.
Come get your food.
So, do, 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 do.
You're just like
Ooh.
foraging around through your campsite, and they're
So
just
you
like,
can just hear them be like, what's this?
some nice
Mm, mm,
chips.
mm.
I'll take these.
Ooh, it's a beer. Have you seen them drink soda and beer before? Dude, it's so funny because they grab it in their mouth and they look up and they crush the can. And then they spit the can out and get the next one.
I feel
Hey,
like the
that's
comedic
good.
relief of a cat, though, would be pretty good.
Cats are
Just-
assholes, though.
They're so bipolar.
Yeah,
Dude, you
that's
come
what's
home and the
great
cat would be so
about 'em.
happy to see you, and then you just reach down to pet it, and it's all like, no, don't touch me! It'd be like having a schizophrenic kid in your house.
Yeah, but you have some company come over, like especially somebody maybe you don't like or something, and you
And
just
the
have
cat
your
just
cat
talks
shit
shit.
talking from the back of the room.
You're like, hey, I'll give you some catnip tonight if you follow this guy and talk shit, and he's all, I want half of it up front.
half of the job's complete.
Just high as a kite, and then just shit talking.
Just walking around
Just
like,
lounging out.
damn, bro, you got some
"Hey,
big
man,
feet.
You smell like shit.
Damn, Barbara, you really don't care what you look like, do you?
You let yourself go, sweetheart.
Are those fake knees? I think they're fake knees.
I mean, I feel like you'd have to get numerous of them just to make it even better.
Oh
Just
man,
a
a
bunch of
cloud of
fucking
cats
cats.
following someone around just talking
Just-
shit. Hey, hey, hey!
Hey.
But if you had a bunch of just dogs, like chilling
Dude,
out
the
in the
dogs
yard,
would just be so thrilled. Most dogs, I feel like their opinion is just everything is just maximum interesting. And then you get the
oh my
dogs who've
gosh,
been abused.
so
and
good
you
to
don't
see you. Where have you been?
Oh my goodness!
I feel like most of the time though they just be trying to talk with their mouth full, like having a toy in their mouth or a stick or something. And they're
Walking
just
around. Hey,
No, 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 no.
you wanna come play ball? Can you come play
Hi,
bicycles?
hi.
Can you come ride bikes?
Can you come ride bikes?
My dog would just be all the time, hey, I want pizza. Where's my pizza? I want pizza. Because my parents' dog, that's his favorite food. I come home with pizza, he won't leave it. And if we don't give him some, he'll sit in the kitchen and he'll bark at us. Hey, where's my pizza?
Give me a
'Cause he really
slice.
wants his
Give me
pizza.
a slice. Where's my slice?
And he learned he liked it
Look at the
because he
cheesy
stole
bread
a
with that
slice.
shit.
He stole a slice off the counter, and then he learned that he really, really likes pizza. It's his favorite thing. Like, no, not meat, not peanut butter, pizza. That's
I had-
supreme.
She was an English Springer Spaniel a long time ago named Maggie, and her favorite thing were fries and cardboard. And pears. She fucking loved pears.
Taz likes dryer sheets. He'll shred them up and roll his face in them.
Oh yeah. Jan's dog, after she bathes, she'll just run, and any like carpet. A lot of times she just throws a towel down for the dog, and then she'll just run and dive straight into it, and then just
Just start wriggling.
rub her entire body all
Yep.
over the towel, just trying to dry herself.
Indy will do that after he is like, if he comes in from outside or he's bored or something, he'll lay on his back and just do like this wriggle slither,
Hmm.
and he'll do it for like 6 minutes. Just wriggling, and we're like, all right, dude, whatever makes you happy.
Imagine having like a turtle as a
That
pet,
could talk?
and it just starts talking. And he's just like,
Master
but
Googler.
he can talk. Yeah, he just starts spouting out philosophy all day, every day.
Dude, you just keep like a beer can on him and just be like, hey, come here. And he just wanders over and you get the beer and you're like, go get another.
We had a neighbor whose golden retriever knew how to open up the refrigerator,
Get a beer
grab
and
a Coca-Cola, and
Oh, yep.
bring it to him.
bring it to him.
So
I've seen videos of
during
that.
Halloween and stuff, they would get a bunch of Cokes, have them in the fridge, and when trick-or-treaters would come, they'd open the door, be like, all right, go get it. Dog would run off, come back with a Coke in his hand. All right, go get another one for the other person. Run off, go grab another one, come back. Giving
That's
kids
pretty great.
Coca-Cola. He was a weird neighbor though. He had some odd evenings. He'd just be in his backyard in his boxers, just kind of staring off in the distance.
Stares at hedge for an hour, continues to stare at hedge.
Never fought any wars or anything, so it can't be like PTSD.
He's got that mile-long stare, the 1,000-mile stare.
My sister had a neighbor. This is a while back, but this is over in the East Coast. She had a neighbor that owned a gun solely for the purpose of lowering like the market,
The property value.
the property value. So every like other week or so, he'd
She'd
just
go
go
out and
out
just
into
shoot
the
in the yard.
neighborhood and then
Yeah.
just shoot. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Just-
a normal thing.
Fuck's sake.
Surprised Corvo doesn't do that already.
Don't give me any ideas.
Go in
My
the
neighbors
backyard and
already
you just shoot around into the
dislike me
dirt.
enough.
Just squeeze off like a ba 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 ba, and then go back inside.
Bop, 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 bop. Bop, bop. Just go back inside.
Just do the shave and a haircut. Ba,
Hey,
ba,
Corvo,
ba, ba,
we've all
ba.
had a meeting at the
bop, bop.
HOA, and we really don't want you doing this anymore.
Be like,
Fuck off,
I don't
Carol.
know what you're talking about.
I'll make my muffler even louder.
That's right. Go around and make her muffler louder.
I'll tie zip ties.
Oh
to the
man,
dry
we've
chain.
had this guy coming to work apparently recently, and he's coming in. You guys have any catalytic converters that I can buy? And we're a dealership. We don't have catalytic converters. And I want to say, I said that I really hope he comes to me next time. You guys have any catalytic converters I can buy? No, but we got power tools.
Go get it yourself,
That's
you
right.
lazy prick.
My beard actually looks
He
pretty good.
just wants to go buy a catalytic converter.
Probably supply chains. He can't get one, so he's just trying to. He works for an exhaust shop or something. But it's like we're a dealership. One of all things you should not buy from a dealership. Catalytic converter should be on the top of the list. I understand getting your oil changed there. I understand getting tires, because they get discounts. They can hook you up. And dealership's going to perform service that is, approved by the manufacturer. But catalytic converters, most dealerships don't do exhaust work, period. But you gotta buy a catalytic converter. It's like $600, $700, $800 depending on where you are. Or you go to the dealership and buy one for $2,200. Does the same thing. Converts your cats.
Yeah, I don't know.
You want to see my impression of that frog behind me?
Crush your eyes enough, Nate, they'll get stuck like that.
It's really hard to look opposite directions.
I had a cousin whose eye, if she looked up, the other one went down. Just loosely.
The main
I
one I
can
do
lose
at
one
work is
eye.
this one.
No, I think it was her right eye. Yeah, it was her right eye that used to drop.
I can look
all the way.
straight with my left eye and then look to the
Baby
right with
cousins
my
and stuff.
right eye.
Yeah, that's weird. Don't do that around me. I'll punch you. Real quick, because you'll never see it coming. Just increases your blind
You know what I can
spot.
do, Henry? Grow a full head of hair.
I can too, but it's
Uh-huh.
just thin in certain spots.
Mine is very thick and luscious.
But do you have a mane like me?
No, my beard's not ragged like yours.
How dare you?
I have to keep mine trimmed for work. Well, I don't have to keep it trimmed for work, but it helps. Just to have a cleaner appearance,
I don't care. I go into the office and they're just like, hey, thanks for being here for once. I'll see you guys later. Walk out.
Like, thanks, I just showed up to use the bathroom. I don't toilet paper in my house.
I was down the street, didn't feel like using a public restroom.
Oh,
here
man,
you
when
use
my older
your
brother-
bathroom.
So when my older brother was on his mission, they would they often wouldn't have money for toilet paper because they were saving up for things or because they already spent it on things. So they would go to the library with a backpack
And
and steal the toilet paper. So for 2 years, Pennsylvania's toilet paper budget actually went up a bit.
What the hell? That's right, they can handle it. It's Pennsylvania. You laughing at Henry?
So, if we had to place Nate into one of the games that we played recently,
Dude, you know I'd be running that side shop.
what character would we turn him into?
I already got the meat hook. Let's go.
That wasn't the games we were describing.
Oh, one of those?
Some
No,
of
hell
the
no.
games
Yeah.
maybe we voice acted.
Hell no, we're not. No, we're not. We're not talking about
We're
those.
putting Nate in sex with Hitler.
Can I be Hitler?
Yes, but you have to be voice acted by Haley.
Yeah.
All right. As long as somebody's having sex with me, I guess that's okay.
But it'll be Hitler. You'll be having sex with yourself.
No, but I'm Hitler, so
Nothing has changed.
somebody's having sex with me.
Yeah, it'll be Hitler. You were having sex with yourself.
Okay.
You think
Or did
Hitler, like, what kind of porn do you think Hitler watched?
Do you think they had porn back then?
I mean, they had, like,
Yeah.
They had magazines.
magazines, pinup girls and stuff, strippers.
Brothels
Burlesque.
have always
Probably
been
the
around.
Aryan race. He likes the Swedish girls. For us, the Aryan race, yeah.
I don't know.
I
He's,
mean,
he,
he went to
was
Poland
probably
pretty
gay,
quick.
man.
Yeah, I bet you Hitler was a little gay. He seems like the kind. He seems like the type.
I feel like you
Well,
do
wasn't
it with
he
his
married?
scientists.
No. He had a girlfriend
Girlfriend.
that he would occasionally pipe down, I guess.
I'm gonna
For
look
appearances.
up if Hitler was gay.
I bet you there's all sorts of stuff people like research. People say, could Hitler have been gay?
Sexuality of Adolf Hitler. There's a whole Wikipedia page for it.
I'm not surprised. Man had one nut.
Really?
I think so, yeah.
Why do
As
you
long-
know that?
Because I heard somebody say it at one point. I remember when I was a kid, they were talking bad about Hitler, and they were like, he only had one testicle? I was like, what?
And that was as far as your research went?
Yeah.
Turns
that's
out
about
he
it.
has 3 testicles?
Hey, as long as one of them is not bigger than the other two, then that's okay. Did you know that both of Chuck Norris's testicles are larger than the other?
Pederasty.
Who's getting a call from Heather?
I have no idea.
What?
What was that, Henry?
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
You're sharing your screen in Discord. Of course we can hear it.
Wait, which one are you seeing though?
We're seeing
see the bird.
servant.
I don't know why. I was on another screen.
Yeah, but it'll
It's
still
just
play
going to
the
play
sound.
the audio. Unless you isolate it.
Okay. Nice to know. Nice to know.
Because you're streaming. Are you streaming your screen or are you streaming Firefox?
I'm streaming the screen.
Then yeah, it's going to pick up all audio.
It's not using Firefox, it's using Google, weirdo.
Google as a search engine. Dummy.
That's Chrome, bro. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
There you
but
go.
anyway, there's a bunch of allegations of pederasty with Hitler, and he apparently had a few. He had what? He had a deeply attached relationship with his half niece. That was 19 years younger than him. Okay.
Jesus.
I mean, deeply attached doesn't mean he's laying cable.
It's a little too attached, though. Let's be honest.
I don't know.
It was
It's
just
family.
her
As long as it never went sexual.
journals describes it as latent sexual dependence.
Okay, then yeah, that's a problem. As long as there's no like sexual aspect to a familial relationship, unless you're in Alabama, then that's okay.
she also committed suicide with his gun. So
That sounds about right.
All right then.
yeah.
I see what you're doing
Okay.
over there.
Hitler had no personal discomfort with homosexuality, but found it convenient politically
Yep.
to instrumentalize homophobia.
Yep.
I mean, that's what the times though. It's to be
Yeah.
expected.
All right. Well, then let's go ahead and wrap up. So today on today's episode of the Men Who Throw Frogs, we talked about intelligence, animals that can talk, Hitler,
Naturally.
Porking Bill's OnlyFans,
Just going
gnomes,
ferrets.
Ferrets,
Birds.
corvids.
The pork is
so a
most-
very diverse palette. All right, Corvo, you want to go and give us the outro?
This has been another episode of the Men Who Throw Frogs. If you were here, thank you for coming. If you weren't here and you're watching it after the fact, thank you either way. And well, I'm Corvo. Henry's a bear in the bottom right. And that's Nate with a frog behind him. And we'll see you next
Jackson's
time.
uncle.
And then yeah, Jackson's uncle now on
Haley,
OnlyFans.
Subliminal messages for Haley.
As soon as I
um,
pointed over to it.
If you enjoyed today's content, please feel free to hit up that like button and that subscribe button. We are trying to get the ball rolling. I don't know if it's ever going to go anywhere, but we're having fun, and that's what it's all about. So,
Eventually we'll get smoother at this.
yeah, we're going to get better at this. Maybe not more proficient, but it's better.
More refined, but not
More
more
refined, but
proficient.
not better. That's right.